Hello, baseball fans. This is King Ikibu coming to you live from the underground bunker. In other words, Comiskey Park in Chicago, the south side of Chicago, where we are going to play our first game in video, anyway, for our 1930-1986 Challenge White Sox version. And I have tried to record several times in this series, but something always went wrong with the video. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest White Sox fan in the world. Have affinity for the north side over the south side, so that could be it. So if that's true, then when the Cardinals turn, I probably won't get any videos done either, if that's the truth. But I should be a pro by then. But anyway, we're doing the White Sox today, and hopefully this one works. It's a National Pastime 3. The only other one I haven't done is the Stratomatic game. So hopefully I get 2 recordings out of this series anyway. But we're going to play this one, and let's see how it goes. For the visiting Chicago White Sox of 1930, here is your lineup. Now, every other game has his name as Johnny Watwood, and here it's Cliff Watwood. I'm not sure why. Well, now I am, because I looked up. Here he is, Johnny Watwood, but his full name is John Clifford Watwood. So for some reason, the National Pastime 3 goes by his middle name, Cliff. But sure there's some reason for that. But anyway, it's accurate. His middle name is Cliff. But here we go. Leading off and playing first base is Cliff, or Johnny Watwood. Batting second, the third baseman, Willie Cam. Batting third, the center fielder, Carl Reynolds, and he's the star of the show for the 1930 White Sox. 385 on base, 584 slugging. He is the Chuck Klein of the 1930 White Sox. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Smead Jolly. And if you're looking for a name, if you're expecting a boy, Smead is available. So nobody else will probably take it from you. Here he's batting fourth. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Johnny Kerr. And there is a Johnny Red Kerr that was the public or the broadcaster for the Chicago Bulls for many years. But I believe this is not the same man. Even though he's from Chicago, Johnny Kerr, the White Sox shortstop, is from Chicago, so it's just a coincidence. There's probably other Johnny Kerrs in Chicago as well. Batting sixth, the catcher, Benny Tate. He came in a mid-season trade from the Detroit Tigers, and he's done very well for the White Sox. Batting seventh and playing left field, Red Barnes. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Bill Sissel. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Ted Lyons. He is the best pitcher on the staff. He won 22 games in 1930, so he is for sure the ace, and he's another great hitting pitcher, which some games reflect, like this one and some of the others, but Stratomatic and Out of the Park Baseball, they take that right out of their hands for some reason. The advantage of having a good hitting pitcher. So that's the lineup for the 1930 White Sox. Here is the lineup for the 68 White Sox. Batting first and playing shortstop. He's a 10 shortstop. You can't get any better than that. Luis Aparicio. Batting second, the second baseman, Sandy Alomar Sr. Batting third, the third baseman, Pete Ward, and he's the power hitter of the team with 15 home runs. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Leon Wagner. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Tommy McCraw. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Tommy Davis, formerly of the Dodgers. Batting seventh, the catcher, Dwayne Josephson. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Ken Berry. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Joe Horlin. And I make a point on the write-up for the White Sox. He is the most snake-bitten pitcher in the history of baseball. In other words, he's received the fewest run support of anybody. And you can go in the description and you can read all about it. So that is the lineup for today's game. We are going to start straight away. And here's the first pitch. Joe Horland to Johnny Watwood. And it's a possible error. And once again, the 68's 11-22 is the error roll. No error. So one away. Here's Willie Cam. 374 on base percentage. It's very good. He grounds out. Carl Reynolds, the power hitter, center fielder. And he grounds out as well. So 1, 2, 3, go 1930. Here is the bottom of the first, Luis Aparicio. And look, the same thing there. 1930 has that horrible error range. We just barely get over it. So no error. Aparicio is out. Sandy Alomar flies out. Pete Ward grounds out. Smead Jolly, the right fielder, excellent arm, 3. That's the best you can have, and very good outfielder as well. Same thing with Reynolds. He's better. He's a outstanding range in center field of 3, and his arm is average, but his range is 3, and so this is a very good defensive outfield here in Chicago, 1930. So here's Smead. Smead grounds out. John Kerr, a 7 shortstop. He gets double 3s, so goes into the second column. What will he have? A 16. 16 is a 6. He'll double. The first hit of the ball game is a double by Johnny Kerr. Benny Tate fouls out. It's all up to Red Barnes if we're going to get any runs here. And he flies out. So they get a hit, but nothing else. Here is Leon Wagner. He singles the first hit for the 68s. Won't get the jump. McCraw. He flies out, runner holds. And Tommy Davis. He flies out, runner holds. Dwayne Josephson. He strikes out. So after 2 innings, scoreless. And definitely a 1968 type of game so far. Bill Sissel flies out. Lyons, who's an excellent hitter, grounds out. And Cliff Watwood, he has a base hit. Doesn't try to steal. So let's see if he can do, if Johnny or Willie Cam can knock him in with a double. Nope. That would have been an error if it was the roll for the 1930s, but it wasn't, so it was an out. Here is Ken Berry, the bottom of the lineup. He flies out. Horland's not a good hitter. He grounds out. Aparicio singles. He won't try to steal. Sandy Alomar reaches on an error by John Kerr. He is going to try to steal. And he steals second. So there's second and third. 2 out for Pete Ward. Okay, Ward is that. That's not much different. So we will pitch to Ward. Oh, that was scary. That was frightening because it's a 5-5. I thought for sure. But Lyons with his 7-0, grade 7, Q0, and a G took away the base hit. And it's still scoreless. So after 3 innings, it's still scoreless. Carl Reynolds, foul ball. He gets another chance. Singles. And he's going to try to steal, and he doesn't get this jump. So he's on first for Smead Jolly. Smead, first time up, grounded to short. Here's the pitch to Smead. Flies out to right. Runner holds. Making the play is Tommy Davis. Here's Kerr. Kerr pops out the short, and Benny Tate, the catcher, gets a base hit. First and third with 2 out for Red Barnes. Red Barnes looks in. Horland sweating a little bit right now. Knows the pressure of this situation. Here's the pitch. Fly out to left. Wagner makes the play, and the inning's over after 3.5. Still scoreless. Here's Leon Wagner. Foul out to Willie Cam. Strikes out Tommy McCraw, and Tommy Davis flies out to Smead Jolly to end the inning. We've completed 4. It's still scoreless. Bill Sissel. He's got the double. He's in the middle column here, or the second row or column. So let's see what he can do. He has only one chance at a home run if he rolls a 66, but there's a lot of triples here. 45. That is just missed the triple. It's a double. But he has an F. So we are not going to bunt here. This hitter is good. He's better than Sissel. 333 on base, 434 slugging. Strikes out. It's up to Johnny Wetwood. He flies out to center and the runner advances to third, but there's two away for Willie Cam, and he flies out. So we're halfway through this game and there's still no score. Ted Lyons' last inning. And it's going to be, no error. Fouls out to Willie Cam. Here's Ken Berry. He is flied out last time to left. And he pops out, and let's see, Horland can be, he's finished. So you can bring in a reliever for Horland. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We got the marvelous Buddy Booker, 067 and no slugging. Buddy Bradford, 277. We're looking for someone to get on base here. Ron Henson, 290. Woody Held, 238. Gale Hopkins, 326. Kenworthy, 252. Carlos May, 214. Jerry McNertney, 300. Bill Melton, 322. He's not bad. Of course, he was a pretty decent hitter for the White Sox in the 70s. Just a very young man here. Rich Morales, Bill Voss, and Walt Williams. He's an S. So this guy looks pretty good. Gale Hopkins. Okay, so we'll bring him in. Pinch hitter. Gale Hopkins will face Ted Lyons. And he grounds out. So that's it for Joe Horland. We're going to bring in a reliever. We're going to bring in a man by the name of Thomas John. Doesn't sound weird, Tom John, if they just call him Tom. We're just so used to hearing Tommy John. Okay, got to make sure he's a replacement. There we go. Tommy John's in the game. He's going to face the big boys, Carl Reynolds and Smead Jolly. Fouls it off. Carl Reynolds is not afraid of Tommy John, who was very much a power pitcher at this time before he had his first, I think his only, Tommy John surgery. And it's an error possibility, but no error. So he flies out to center. Smead fouls out to third baseman Ward. And the inning's over. So we're through 5.5 and still nothing. Not even a hint of a run. This is very much a 1968 type of game. Okay, so that's... Oh, no, it's not complete. There's still two out. Okay, here's John Kerr. He gets a base hit, so this inning's not over yet. And here's Benny Tate. Ground out. Now it's over. All right, so Lyons is done. Let's see what we have here. Is it as bad as the 1930 Phillies? I doubt it. But still, it's probably not great. 2-4, which is horrible. But he's got a V and an I. I, I've talked about before, is a beautiful thing for a pitcher. And V, which means if it's a strikeout, if Louis Aparicio strikes out, it changes it to a ground ball. That means Blankenship doesn't strike anybody out. It's a very rare grade, but... that's what it's about. Especially in today's baseball. Everybody strikes everybody out. Here's Garland Braxton. He's 4-3 with an M. We'll try to avoid him as much as possible. Here, Caraway is good. 8-3Z. Red Faber, 7-2Z. They're not bad. Dutch Henry, 3-3Z. Okay. Hal McCain's not bad. 6-3YI. 6-3 isn't great, but Y and I are great. Jimmy Moore, 8-3ZI. We have some good pitchers here. 4-3Z. Ed Walsh. He's not big Ed Walsh of 1906 fame. This is another Ed Walsh that played for the White Sox. 5-1ZL. In a pinch, we can use him. Oh, Biggs how do you pronounce that? Wade. Biggs Wade, I guess. Biggs Wade, we will try to avoid him. The 8-2 is wonderful, but the WWN is not very good. And Bob Wieland. Okay, well, I'm the guy who goes with the last thing he sees. Bob Wieland, you're in the game. Congratulations. You're going to face Louis Aparicio, Sandy Alomar Sr., and Pete Ward. He's got that H, so Ward shouldn't, hopefully not hit a home run off of him. He will walk people, though. And he reaches on an error. So that's a ominous beginning to 6th inning. Sandy Alomar. He is going to bunt. They got to manufacture a run. He sacrifices the second. So the White Sox have a runner in scoring position for Pete Ward. He doubles the 1-1, and we have our first run of the game. The White Sox of 68. Pete Ward, their top run producer, comes through with a double, and it's 1-0, 1968. Wagner strikes out. Tommy McCraw walks. 2 men on for Tommy Davis. He was once a great hitter, but he no longer is. And he grounds out. So Whelan could be the loser here unless something happens. That's it for John. We have so many great pitchers to look that come in. This is probably one of the worst ones. Cisco Carlos, 8-3ZL. Fisher, 8-3Z. Danny Lazar, 6-2Y. Bob Locker, 11-2ZG. Wonderful. Jerry Nyman, 8-3H. Not bad. Gary Peters, 9G. 9-3G. Pretty good. Bob Pretty, 8-3M. We won't talk about him. Look at this. Fred Rath. Who's heard of Fred Rath? But he only has 5 games. But still, 14-1ZI. Incredible. Dennis Ryband, 6-2. Not very good. But here is the dynamic duo. The Batman and Robin of the bullpen. Hoyt Wilhelm and Wilbur Wood. Both knuckleball pitchers. One from the right side, one from the left. Hoyt is 13-2YZG. Marvelous. And Wilbur Wood is 12-1ZG. Also spectacular. And Billy Wynn, 8-1WI. But now the White Sox have the lead. And we know that we're going to use Wilhelm and Wood in the 8th and 9th. We will bring in Mr. Bob Locker to pitch now, the 7th. This is almost like a bullpen from like the 1990 Reds or like the Kansas City Royals of the mid 2017 or 2015, where they have reliever after reliever after reliever, one after another. That's what this White Sox team is about. Go to my post about the White Sox. I talk about the White Sox of 1968 being the lowest scoring team since the dead ball era. But they have a marvelous pitching staff, and we see that here. When your 7th inning reliever is Bob Locker, and he has ratings like this. And it only gets worse if you're the opposing team later. Okay, here is Red Barnes. And he is out. 1 away. Bill Sissel. He gets a base hit. Boy, it's almost like we should try to steal here. We got to be aggressive. What this means is there's 7 chances at stealing, and there's 4 chances of being thrown out. What would you do? You need a run desperately. You need to get into scoring position. You got these incredible relievers coming up. You have to take some chances, and that's what they're going to do. 62. Oh, so close to getting thrown out, but fortunately we didn't. But he's still on first, and he can't steal again. Okay, that's enough for you, Wieland. Now let's see what we got here for pinch hitters. We got Luke Appling, just a rookie, who will be one of the great shortstops of the 30s and early 40s. So he is there, but we won't use him. Chick Autry, 303. No. Mo Berg, can't hit a lick, but he was a very famous spy. Read about Mo Berg A baseball player slash spy. And I'm not kidding. So I know he's famous. You know, he was a baseball player. How could he be a spy? You know, spies are in the shadows. They're anonymous. Mo Berg was not anonymous. I guess baseball was his cover or something. Bruce Campbell. Ooh, that is nice. Very, very nice. Bud Clancy, Krause. You know, I'm not even seeing these guys. All I'm seeing is Clancy. Or Campbell. Was it Campbell? That's all I'm seeing. These guys are invisible to me. All I'm seeing is him. So that, ooh, he's not bad either. Hoyt Wilhelm. But we're going to use Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell, we can't save him. We're going to use him now. We need to get something going here. In front of Hoyt Wilhelm and Wilbur Wood. We got to get a run here. So here's Campbell. 545 on base, 800 slugging. He doesn't hit home runs, but he triples a lot. 11 is a triple. And there's nothing a pitcher can do in this game to nullify a triple. It's the kryptonite of pitchers. You can nullify. You can use your voodoo to nullify a home run, but you can't do anything about a triple. All right, here we go. Let's go for the double one or the double six. Oh, one away from the double six. 5-6, and it's a strikeout. So there goes our biggest hope. He just went down on strikes. Here's Cliff Watwood. Gets a base hit. So what would, if he rolled a 5-1, what would Campbell have done? 5-1 is also a base hit. So, he's the same as Campbell in that regard. Cam, he's our man. Cam, he's our man. Let's go, Willie. No, he fails us. Flies out to left. Inning over. Can he can play outfield. I think we're going to do that. We're going to keep Campbell in the game, playing left field. And maybe he'll come up in the ninth. Just maybe. And that means, Barnes, you're done for the day. Thank you for your service. And we will bring in who? I like Caraway. Caraway strikes my fancy right now. 8-3. Not as good as those guys, but for 1930, it's not bad. Here's facing Josephson, Barry, and a pinch hitter. Here's Josephson. He is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to Willie Cam. Ground out. Ken Barry is up. Fly out. That's it for Locker. Locker did a fine job there facing the mighty Campbell. So let's see. We're going to bring in, is it Hanson? Hanson's not bad. Carlos May? No. McNertney? No. Kenworthy? There was somebody who was, Belton wasn't bad. He's a slow runner, but we'll use him. Here's Bill Melton. Here's the future for the South Side. Look at your future, South Side. Here he is, Bill Melton. Gonna face Caraway. He walks. So look, the 30s are out hitting the 68s 8-3, but they have the key statistic, the run. And how many? That's walk number 2 for the White Sox. No walks for the 30s. So here we go. He's a slow runner. Maybe we'll pinch run for him. Unless he's a good fielder or something. 3, and McCraw's a 4. So he's coming out. Anybody, can you run? Anybody run here? No, not you. You can run, but we're going to save you. You're a good... I think there's somebody here with poor... Always look for someone, yeah, Woody Held. Plays a lot of positions, but he's a poor hitter, but he's fast. So you're coming in, Woody Held. He was a good player in the late 50s, early 60s, but he's past his prime now. He played for the Tribe in their 1959. I know he played for the Tribe that year and was a good player at shortstop. Some power. Here's Louis Aparicio. And, it could be an error. It is! That horrible roll. So they get another error. That's the third of the game for the 30s. And It's first and third with 2 out and Sandy Alomar up. And he grounds out to the pitcher. He was not the player that his sons were. He was not the fielder and great hitter that the Hall of Famer Roberto Alomar was. And, of course, his namesake, Sandy Alomar Jr., was a great catcher and hitter behind the plate and defender. So he could do it all. You know, his dad was not as good. But he was good enough to play in the major leagues, so that's saying something. So that's it. We're in the 8th inning now. And bring in a... which one? Flip a coin. Who do you want to see first? I think, okay, 13-2 YZG versus 12-1 ZG. Well, if you're only pitching one... if you're pitching multiple innings, 3 innings, say, then Wilbur Wood is your man. But if you're just pitching 1 inning, Hoyt Wilhelm is a little bit better. So we're going to go with Wilbur Wood. Look up Wilbur Wood. What year was it? Here, let's look it up now. Wilbur Wood, 1972? 1974? Where are you, Wilbur? Maybe I should go Wilbur. There's probably fewer players named Wilbur than Wood. Wilbur Wood. Oh, I saw him. I saw him. There he is. I guess it's Wilbur with a U. All right, here's Wilbur. Now, pitching. Look at some of these numbers. 72, 73. Here's a guy that didn't pitch in the dead ball era that had 376 innings. That's what happens when you're a knuckleballer. It doesn't really matter. You could pitch every day. And he pitched 49 starts. So he pitched every 3rd day for the White Sox these 2 seasons. And it's not like he did poorly. He was 24-17, 251. The year before, in 1971, 191. He was 3rd in the Cy Young, 2nd in the Cy Young, and 5th in the Cy Young, 9th in MVP, and 7th in MVP. This season, 1972. What an amazing year that was for Wilbur Wood. But it's 1968, so he's in the bullpen now. And we'll go back. We'll feature Wilbur Wood. Here we go. He's on the mound. We'll feature him there. Oop, covers too much space anyway. Okay, here's Wilbur Wood to face the big boys. Carl Reynolds, Smead Jolly, and Johnny Kerr. They need to get something now. Flies out to center. Smead. He gets doubles. Okay, so let's roll an 11, 15, 22, 25, 33, 44, 55, or 66, and the game is tied. Cross your fingers, everybody. 24. You didn't cross him. He gets a double. And he's an S. Oh, that he would be an F. That means he's gonna get thrown out at home. So what? Here's another situation. Do we put the brakes on him? It's about 50-50 chance that if he gets a hit, he's gonna be thrown out at home, or 50-50 chance that he is going to be he's going to score. Now, we can't count on 2 hits. If we put the brakes on, we're going to rely on 2 hits to get him home. So we're going to leave him off. We're going to take a chance and hope for the best. John Kerr, we need a run. And we got the run, and we got the tying run. Johnny Kerr, the announcer for the Bulls, drives in the tying run here in the 8th off Wilbur Wood. And we've got a new ball game. Here's Benny Tate. Let's see if he can drive him in. 5-6 high fly out to the second baseman. So a pop fly to Sandy Alomar. And here's Caraway. So I think Campbell will hit again. Who are we going to bring in now? This man is a shortstop. Johnny Riddle, Blondie Ryan, We liked him. He's good at getting on base, but not for driving people in. We need someone to drive someone in. Hunnefield, Henline, Fothergill, Kraus, Clancy, Moberg, Autry. I think Mr. Hennefield. Billy Hennefield is coming in. The third string shortstop is coming into this game to face Wilbur Wood. He can hit the knuckleball. Come on, you can do it. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball to the shortstop, Aparicio, inning over. But we do manage to get the tying run, and it's 1-1. So now we have to find a pitcher. Oh, we're going to have to use some of these guys like Biggs Wade. Okay, well, we're in the power. They don't have much power, but we're in that section where it could happen, so we're not going to bring him in. Jimmy Moore. Yeah, so we can bring on someone like this, who takes away the home run. Jimmy Moore. If they get lucky, they're not going to hit it out. Okay, Jimmy Moore is going to face Pete Ward. And he gets double two, so it's a base hit. He's going to try to steal. Doesn't get the roll. So Pete Ward's having himself a pretty decent day. He is 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. And he's the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 8th for Leon Wagner, former Angel. He played on the Angels when they were first came into the league in 62, 63, and 64, and he was a power hitter for them. So he fouls out to the catcher, and here's Tom McCraw. He almost walks, but there's the benefit of the Z. The Z took away the walk, and so instead of first and second, 1 out, we still have enough chance to get out Tommy McCraw. And we do. Grounds out. Grounds out to Cam, who's a dribbler. Cam takes it and throws him out, but Pete Ward advances into scoring position for Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis. They're both the same. Flies out to right. Smead Jolly makes the play. I thought about taking Smead out. I'm glad I didn't. He scored the tying run, and he's still in the ball game. So that's it for Wilbur Wood. And we're not going to bring in Hoyt Wilhelm now. We're going to bring in somebody else. That run was huge. We'll bring in Jerry Nyman. Jerry Nyman. Too bad we didn't have Wilbur Wood, because he had a 1. And if he was the last pitcher, he could last 3 or 4 innings. But he's gone. He's out of the game. He's in the showers. There's no chance for him coming back. So Jerry Nyman is up. Jerry Nyman, if you want to know what kind of pitcher he was, he had a 2.02 ERA. Not too bad. Sissel he's having a good day. He has 2 out of 3. He has a double, a single, and he flied out to right. See if he can get on here to lead off the 9th. He flies out to center. Wagner makes the play. Here's Bruce Campbell, our ringer, the man we left in the game. Let's see what he can do here. He pops out. He's 0 for 2. And Watwood, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, he is out. So they go quietly in the 9th. That's why that 8th inning was so huge. Okay, so we have Nyman. He's done. This is going to be an extra inning affair unless something happens here. Oh, he can't be... I'm too busy talking sometimes. I can't... So it's not Nyman. It's Moore, right? Moore has to come out of the game. Yes, Moore has to come out. Okay. So Blankenship. Okay, we're at the bottom of the lineup. Josephson, Berry, and Nyman are pinch hitter. We have to use some of these. Okay, who do you have left? We have Blankenship, who's a 2-1 VI. I'd say let's rank him. Okay, Blankenship is greater than Braxton. Braxton's bad. Faber's better than Blankenship. Henry. So right now it's Faber, Blankenship, Henry, Braxton. McCain. Ooh, McCain and Faber are pretty close. Tommy Thomas, you're in the Braxton Henry camp. And you're down there too. And Wade. Is this the time for Wade? These guys, they're not home run hitters. So we are going to take a chance. We got to use Biggs Wade sometime. Here is the time for Biggs. Come up big, Biggs. Dwayne Josephson. That N is the scariest thing on the planet. Here we go. Ball. Ball one to Dwayne Josephson. Here's the pitch. He walks him. Leadoff hitter on. I always get burned with this stuff. Here's Ken Berry. He's WWNN. Oh, see, I was looking at the 8-2. 8-2 is very good. Takes away hits. He's going to walk everybody, and then he's going to give everybody a chance at a home run. Ken Berry. Double play ball! Just what the doctor ordered. That brings up Nyman. He will not hit for himself. All right. The White Sox of 68's hitters are equal to our pitchers of 30. They're in the same boat. There's not much left. Buddy Booker. So there's how many out? 2 out now? There's one decent guy here. And where is he? Where are you? The guy who could have get on base pretty good. I can't see you. Maybe we used them already. I guess we might have used them. All right. Okay, Kenworthy. This is your time to shine. Time to shine for Kenworthy. Here's the pitch from Biggs Wade. And he gets out of the inning. Way to go, Biggs. So we're going to the 10th inning. And now it's time for Kenworthy's replacement. We're going to bring in Billy Wynn. No, he's the kind of guy you can have at the end. He's 8-1. So we're going to save him. Who's up? Oh, we got the middle of the lineup. Oh, he's a 14-1. Okay, we're going to bring in Billy Wynn. We can have Fred Raff be the final man. Billy Wynn to face the middle of the lineup. He's got the eye. They're not going to homer off of him. Willie Cam. Ground out. Carl Reynolds. Ground out. And Smead Jolly fly out. Nothing doing in the 10th. Okay, we're done with Biggs Wade. Now we're on the top. Okay, so we have to bring in one of the more decent guys like Faber. We also think of who will we have for the last man. 2-1 VI. He's probably the V and well the I is pretty nice to have at the end. YI. Okay, Hal McCain, you're our man. We don't want to have the L for this part of the lineup. Okay, we determined he's the last man. So we're going to bring in Blankenship now. Ted Blankenship. Now pitching for the 30s, Ted Blankenship. Okay, Louis Aparicio. He grounded to second. He singled. He reached on an error, and he reached on an error twice. So he's been on base 3 times. Officially, he is 1 for 4. And he's on again with a base hit. He's on for the 4th time in the game. So it's now dangerous. And once again, Sandy Alomar will bunt. Foul strike. Doesn't get it down. Does that time. And now Ted Blankenship is down to a D. He only had 3 batters. 2 batters at a C. Now he's a D. Up for Pete Ward, who's having a good day as well. 2 for 4, a double and a single. We are in danger land here. He grounded out to first base. Blankenship hustled over and covered, and the runner went to third. So now it's 2 away, and Aparicio is at third. Do we want to pitch to Wagner or do we want to pitch to McCraw? Now we're going to look at the 68 season here. All right. What I should have done is this. I got to learn these shortcuts. Get back to Wilbur Wood, then go to 1968 and click on the White Sox. That's what I should do. Okay, what I want to find out here, Leon Wagner, 284 hitter. So, and the other guy was McCraw, 235 hitter. Okay, that's what I want to know. Leon Wagner, you have a free pass to first base. He's not going to try to steal. All right. We'd rather face a 235 hitter than a 285 hitter any day of the week. Base hit, game over. Game over. Tommy McCraw took personal offense at me walking Leon Wagner to get to him, and he singles the winning run. The player of the game, Tom McCraw, who hits the walk-off single in the bottom of the 11th, and the 1968 White Sox win this game of National Pastime 3, 2-1. Here's your box score. The hitting star for the 30s is Johnny Kerr, 3 for 4. He knocked in the only run, he doubled, and he stole a base. And the hitting star for the 68s, today's hero, Tom McCraw. He had the walk-off base hit with 2 out in the bottom of the 10th. He also walked. So that's the winner is Billy Wynn. The loser, Ted Blankenship. So once again, your final score from Comiskey Park. The 1930 White Sox are 1-10-3. And the 68 White Sox are 2-6-0. Congratulations to the 68 White Sox. You are advancing to the next round. And until then, this is King Ikeboo coming to you from Comiskey Park. Have a good evening, everybody. Goodbye.